The stock market looking to rebound this morning after the Dow dropped more than 1,100 points yesterday. It's the worst day in nearly 2 years. And so far this year, the S&P 500, which is what's in most of our 401ks, is down 18%, meaning if you had $1,000 in stocks at the beginning of the year, well, today they're worth $820. And gas prices reaching new record highs as well. Analysts say they could go even higher. Business and economics correspondent Deirdre Bolton joining me now for more busy time for you. You know, this slide in the stock market, let's talk about how long it could last.
Kira, it is clear that this kind of volatility is going to last at least through the rest of this year. That is what most analysts are saying. And the big boogeyman in the room is inflation. We are at a 40-year high. You know this. I know this. Pretty much all Americans are feeling this. We are paying more for gas at the pump. We are paying more in groceries, sometimes 20% more, depending on what the item is. Most people are paying more for rent. And there are really three forces driving this. So we have the Fed raising rates, making all borrowing more expensive. We have these higher fuel prices. And then we have the war in Ukraine. And that is putting extra pressure on tons of markets, including the oil market, including the diesel market, and of course, including even the food market globally. What we have to remember is even when, let's say, certain imports of prices don't affect us here in the U.S., these are global markets. Long story short, the volatility is here to stay, Kira.
And a recent conference board survey of 133 CEOs found that 86% of them believe the U.S. will face a mild recession now. So how can we protect ourselves?
The one key thing that Americans can do for themselves is if there is a way to pay off their credit card debt. This is by far the most expensive kind of debt to carry. The national average is something like 16.5%, meaning whatever we buy that we don't pay off in one billing cycle, usually 30 days, basically, you just paid 16.5% more for that item. With the Fed raising rates, that means those credit card rates go higher. It becomes more expensive to service that debt. So if there is any way possible for people to keep those personal finances under control, which I want to know, Kira, is actually difficult when Americans are paying more for necessities, when we're talking about gasoline and groceries and rent. These are not discretionary items. This is part of what upset investors so much yesterday with Target's results, Walmart the day before. You had Target saying, listen, even we are paying more for diesel, for transportation, for warehousing. We are paying more, and that's a big company. They also reported that people are buying fewer TVs, fewer discretionary items. They are buying more store brand items, and it just shows you to what extent Americans are getting squeezed. Keeping debt low is the best advice possible when possible, Kira.
We've got to get creative, and we definitely can. Then we've got 218,000 Americans applying for unemployment benefits, and that's just last week. That's 21,000 more than the previous week. So what does that tell us about the state of the economy as well?
Overall, the labor market is healthy. The takeaway is that there are more jobs in our economy than workers. So if we're going to look at bright spots of the economy and the reason that people who have a more optimistic take on the rest of the year, they point exactly to this, the stronger than average labor market. We are close to near record low levels of unemployment. Yes, this week's number was a little bit different than anticipated, but if you look at the longer term trend, I mean, we are close to record low unemployment. That is a great sign. So if we are looking for bright spots, this is one of them, Kira.
All right. Yes, we are. We want those bright spots. Any way we can get them. Deirdre, thank you so much.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.